hear me now? What's up, folks? How you doing? Another lovely stream here tonight. We are going to be talking about, I don't know, why is silver going down? We got Mike here from Mid-America Coins with us. Why don't you introduce yourself, sir?
Hey, guys. I think most of you guys already know me, but I'm Mike with Mid-America Coins. We're out of Grove, Oklahoma, for all you Okies out there. Anyway, it's good to see or hear from you guys. I'm not seeing you, but I'm hearing from you. We're glad to be back again another week with Keith. Hopefully we have a good time and see what we can answer.
So we're going to be talking about why silver and gold possibly is going down. If you have any questions, please start those with question marks, please, so we can highlight them and put them up on the screen, such as, I don't know, maybe this comment. Hello, Steve LaPointe, Christopher Ty. And we will do our best to address those situations or those questions, rather, in comments. So, Mike, I bought some silver off you last week, right? And I paid a whole lot more. I could have saved money if I'd have waited till today, couldn't I?
Well, you could have, but I think if I'm not mistaken, you sold some and you wanted to replace. It could have went the opposite way. You know, if you're hedging, guys, just remember, it can go either way. Actually, I had a customer today that thought they felt real comfortable with these low numbers and caught it on the low spot and wind up buying 2,000 ounces a day to make up for the 1,000 they bought a week ago.
So I want to welcome everybody in. Ringmaster Ray, my thoughts, silver is down, buy more. Silver is up, buy more. So he just got the thought of buy more. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think that's a good idea. That's what I do. I just buy more. If it looks and feels good to me, and I buy it on the way up, I buy it on the way down, and hey, somewhere along the line I'm going to win.
So Against an Army of Shadows just popped in. He's still with his dad. He had surgery, and from what I understand, he's doing better, but he's still up in Spokane. I just popped in to say hi. So Against an Army, I hope your dad recovers pretty quick, and I'm sure everybody else in the chat is sending all the prayers they possibly could.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Thanks for saying hi.
Out to you.
So, I'd made videos. I made a couple videos about silver getting hot, going high, or whatever. And I said something's got to give. Well, the stock market didn't give, but the silver and gold did. Do you think that was correct? The correction that we needed for all the markets in general, the equities and the gold and silver? Or do you think it should have been the stock market that got corrected instead of the silver and gold? What do you think, Mike?
Well, honestly, guys, we all know this stock market's been a real rough ride for anybody that's got stock. I think it needs a correction. I do think silver and gold needs a correction, but not down. It needs to be corrected and go the right way, the way it should be. Once again, I've been saying this for the last month. We're coming into a new year, and I got a funny feeling it's going to be a wild ride next year.
Okay. It looks like I missed a question from JJ. It says JJ has a question, but I don't see it. I see this. Let me see if I can find it. Can't find it. So type it again, JJ, please. Okay. So we got 36 people in here, and I don't know. I think we did need this correction on the silver and gold because it was going a little bit fast for me. I just thought it was going up too far, too fast. The equities went up a little bit, but not as much. But the gold, I mean, for the week, maybe 2 weeks, it did quite a bit, I thought. I guess you could say, what goes up must come down. I do think this is a buying opportunity for everybody. There's no doubt about that. Oh, here we go. What up, Big Rocky says to Keith and Mike.
Hey, what's up with you, Big Rock?
Thank you, JJ. And we'll hide that comment. He tried to get me to yawn and stuff. So if anybody's got any questions or any statements they want to talk about their possible thoughts of why
So I
silver.
want to talk about that yawn there that we just seen.
Yeah, we already did that. We talked about it and we hit it. The jobs report came out. It came out a little strong. That you think that might have been part of the factor that drove down the silver and gold a little bit? I mean, do you think it
Well,
had much impact?
the thing I got is, do you really believe the job reports that they're bringing out? That's the big question.
No, I don't think that is totally right. I think the job reports are only reflective of people still collecting unemployment or filing for unemployment. There are a lot of people that become unemployed that don't even, file or nothing. They're like, oh, I'm out of work for a week. I'll just wait and then I'll go get a job the next week or whatever. Dan Ing says, buying or selling more over the counter. I seem to have been buying a little bit more. What about yourself, bro?
You know, I would have to say that it's running almost 50-50 for me. My son and I have been real busy this past week. It seems like, I know we're only in the second day. We did yesterday and we did it again today. We was buying it, but as quick as we was buying, we had a guy at the counter buying it right back out from underneath us. So, I mean, yeah, we've been really busy in the shop, and we haven't been that way for the last couple of months.
Now, a lot of people, as I said, it may have had a little slight tick on the silver and gold, but just as Frank Mons here is saying, gold is global. He doesn't think that the domestic job numbers matter that much. And that was what you were saying earlier yourself, wasn't it? You were saying you don't think the jobs report has a little bit. I think
I said, you asked me that before the show, and I told you that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more of a kind of a shock and awe, maybe a blip where it goes boom, boom. And that's just because a lot of people get nervous or FOMO or
I
whatever.
really think because years ago we used to be able to base it a little bit off that, and people got used to that. And we've had so much manipulation in the markets today that you can't really believe everything you're reading anymore or anything else or hearing even.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a little bit of misleading news. There's no doubt about that. But you got a lot of it. You got if silver and gold was to go up, or especially silver, how do you think? I was talking with somebody about that earlier in the shop. What do you think would happen to the prices of most generally everything if industrial silver cost, or basically silver cost, went up? How do you think that would affect the price of a bag of groceries, a gallon of gas, or anything like that if silver automatically, I don't know, doubled in a day or two? Do you think
Well,
that?
it's just like anything else, industrial. I mean, if industrial parts go up, yes, the market's going to go up everywhere. It's going to affect everything. But we're already so high over percentage of what stuff should really be that I don't think it's going to have a great effect right away, but it will eventually. Yes,
Yeah, I think because
only
there's a
buy
couple,
gold when there's offering it to you cheap. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. I like that, Frank. I'm
I
with you on that one, buddy.
I think if silver was to go up drastically fast, I think it could have an effect because there's two things that are produced in this world that basically are used to make or are made out of oil, which is a good component of making almost anything. I mean, they use oil to in the machines and some components or some I guess you could say commodities have oil in them when they're made. But silver is another thing too, where they need a lot of silver. Even if the product does not have silver in it, it takes silver in the components of the equipment or the machinery to make that product. So if silver, I think, was to go up drastically, I think it could affect, new machinery. It might not affect it right away, but I think in the long term, it could really affect it if it stayed up. And that is where JP Morgan is constantly manipulating the silver in a downward fashion. Because if it goes up, they don't make as much money. Do you think that's an accurate assumption? They don't make as much money if it goes up?
No, they don't.
A lot of people here today. Wow, there's 38 people. Is that thing right? Am I looking right? 38? My thing don't work. 38 people in the show, guys. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Firebird, what's going on, friends? He says, is oil a good investment like silver and gold? We should start offering oil by the barrels or gallon. What do you say? If you offer oil as an investment by the barrel, there's a storage fee. I think if you want to invest in oil, I think you'd be better off just finding a few good oil stocks. Maybe like something like Chevron or Exxon. Those are good companies. And again, guys, please remember that neither Mike nor myself are investment advisors or brokers or anything like that. All of the information we give here is strictly for entertainment purposes only. So please, if you're seeking financial advice, talk to a licensed professional, because we are not it. And we cannot be held responsible if you take anything we say and make a bad investment. Having said that, do you think oil, Mike, is a good investment yourself?
I have invested in the past. I think that oil is going to be around. I don't care what they do for years. Will it hold its value? No, I think we're going to, if they get these electric cars through and everybody has to own one, that's going to make a big effect on oil.
Okay. Drickett says silver hasn't been a good investment forever. What do you have to say to that?
I'm going to say different.
I'm going to say if you're trying to buy silver as an investment, you shouldn't buy silver. Don't buy silver if you are trying to make money. You buy silver to hedge your money you've already earned,
against the fiat dollar,
preserve your buy power. But no, there are much better avenues to make money with. Yes, you can make money if you buy it for $1 and sell it for another in a short period. However, that's not what silver is basically for. It's to ensure or preserve your wealth. A gallon of gas costed 1 silver quarter in 1965, and it costs the same thing today. That quarter from 1965 that's not silver, you can't even get to the corner with it.
Actually, in 74, when I first started driving, that's what I paid for a gallon of fuel, a quarter.
Drickett has also said that silver is the lowest commodity out there. Actually, aluminum is. Aluminum's much lower commodity than silver. What is aluminum? A couple bucks just a couple dollars a pound? I believe that's what it is. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But I think it's like $3 a pound. Determined by the silver gold. Okay, Mr. Coin Crew makes silver and gold has been a trade unit since like forever. Forever. I guess that's a typo. Your advice is like grading a coin. It's your opinion. That's right, guys. It's just our opinions. Hopefully you enjoy our opinions. And it's kind of like Mike's Hawaiian shirts, too. It's his opinion. Yeah, he likes them.
Hey, I'm not wearing one today, buddy. I gave you guys.
Darn, he's not. Uh-oh, Chai. Sorry. Got to get rid of that comment there. Unsee it because he doesn't have one on today. Nope,
I didn't wear one today, guys. I was trying to give you guys a break.
And Mudswat is making the comment that it takes a big bang, the death of a star, in order to make all the heavy metals like silver and gold and several others. So it's not like it can be produced over and over. Isn't there such a thing as alchemy where they can make gold out of something, but it's so expensive? It's like it used to be $176,000 to produce 1/10 of a gram at 72 hours. I mean, I read that somewhere. I don't know how true it is, but alchemy is the process in which they create gold pretty much out of almost nothing.
Hmm.
Okay, silver is not a trade unit anymore in this country. The Constitution states our money is only gold and silver. The Constitution does state that, but we were taken off the gold and silver standard in 1973. However, and this is a big however, if you look around, you will find stores and different places that sell stuff that will more than happily take silver and gold for their commodity they have for sale.
For example, if you would like to meet me somewhere and want to buy a gun, I will take gold and silver for it.
There are a lot of gun stores
That's
that
just
will
an
do
example,
that.
guys. Just kidding there.
There are some restaurants that might not like your national chains,
But
but some of your local mom and pop
I
stores,
I
they'll do
believe
that.
there's a restaurant in Gaylord, Michigan, where a guy does that. In his restaurant.
Yeah, there is. He'll take silver for his restaurant food.
You know who I'm talking about, Keith?
Yeah, you're talking about Andy.
Yeah, yeah.
Up in Gaylord, guys.
And there is
The
a
name of the
guy
restaurant is
over in
Gobbler or something like that. The
Yeah.
Gobbler. I don't know if he changed the name
Gobbler
or not.
is his restaurant.
Yeah, he might be
And
slowing down a little bit, getting close to retirement, though.
But there's also a place over here close to us in Carthage, Missouri, where the guy works on your car. If you pay him in gold and silver, he'll knock some money off the price.
Okay, here's according to lawyers, assets are homes, cars, stocks, bonds. The law does not recognize silver and gold as assets. I don't know about all that, but I also know one thing about assets, though. If you owe money on it, it's not as strong as you expect.
But they might try to say that, but go to an insurance company and watch. They'll be glad to insure your silver and gold as an asset.
Not seeking financial advice, but would like to hear your thoughts on Roth versus traditional 401s. Dude, you're kind of getting in my realm here because I'm always messing with the stock market and stuff. I don't know how much Mike does with it, but there are a lot of pros and cons to both. The biggest con, did you want to do this, Mike, or you want me to do this?
No, you're fine.
The biggest con I feel with the 401k, and some of you are going to say, oh, Keith, you're crazy, is you have to pay interest if you need some of your money before retirement. Like if you want to take out $10,000, you have to borrow that money. Or if you do take it out altogether, there's a penalty. There's a 10% penalty. Plus, with a 401k, you have to pay taxes on profits earned. So it means like if you put $100 in a 401k, any money that $100 makes is subject to taxes. That's the con of a 401k. The pro of a 401k is it comes out of your check like clockwork. You don't even have to think about it. Now, there are some companies that will do the same thing with a Roth. However, a Roth's a little bit more strategic. Let's jump back to the 401k. The 401k money investments come out before taxes are taken out. Therefore, all profits are subject to income tax. Unlike a Roth, the pro with a Roth is you pay all the taxes on your money. So if you put $100 in your Roth, any money you make off that 100 is tax free. And if you want to borrow money out of your Roth, you still have the 10% penalty, but you don't have all the taxes on it like you would on the 401k. You're still subject to taxes before you're 59 and a half if you take out profit. It's a big bunch of jumble in numbers, but my main pro and con is you pay taxes before on the Roth, you pay taxes after on the 401k. And in retirement, them taxes can make a huge difference. And that's my thoughts. I prefer the Roth. And there are different types of Roths. There's a 401k Roth, which is kind of similar to a 401k, except you pay the taxes beforehand. So Shuffle Silver, I hope that helps you. And I'm sure there are more experienced stock people than myself, but that's how I do it. And I try to buy dividend ones too, but that's a whole nother topic. So, and Frank says 401k, just like I said, delays takes his taxes anyway. But the problem with that delay is when they're delaying the taxes, you could be in a higher tax bracket in 10, 20, or 30 years. So it's always best to try to pay your taxes up front if you can. If you're under 50, the maximum Roth contribution is 6,500. If you're over 50, it's 7,500 a year. It's supposed to go up in 2024. So let's get back to some gold and silver. It seems like people are still talking about it. Roth is good. Downside is the limit to what you can put in a year. And that is what I just mentioned, Gen X. Thank you for touching that topic. Back in 1980, silver rose to $50 an ounce. Now, 53 years later, it actually rose to $50 an ounce in 2011 as well.
Yes, it did.
But even though it rose to 53 an ounce, then it's pretty well still, preserving your money. Like I said, it's not an investment. It's not a money maker. It's a preservation of wealth. So it just kind of depends on your entry point, where you're at. And that's where you see so many people talking about what? Cost averaging. It goes up, it goes down, just like the stock market. Palladium has not been this low since 2017. I wish they sold 1 ounce rounds like gold without the crazy premiums. There are people that do sell 1 ounce rounds. Mike, do you sell 1 ounce rounds of palladium? Do you have any, or can you get any?
Yeah, I can get palladium.
Yeah.
I think I might still have some.
A lot of them are like platypus coins, and they have some pandas and stuff like that. But they're not the crazy premiums like you got on the Palladium Eagles. Those are just crazy.
No, the Eagles, and that's because the only place you can really buy them is from the U.S. Mint, and they put a crazy price coming out the door.
But yeah, Palladium is sitting at $1,006 an ounce. That is cheap.
Yes, it is.
But please remember, Palladium has dumped all the way down to $100 in 01. And I want to say 07, 08, somewhere in there. 2 times it dumped down.
I've been trying to educate people to kind of watch that stuff anyway. And that's why we really don't push trying to sell it. Because, if we go these electric cars, what the administration, I won't say what administration it is pushing it, everybody knows. If they push us to these electric cars, we go electric cars, there won't be no more Cadillac converters. There won't be no palladium being used in it. And guess what? It'll drop back down to its $100 to $150 an ounce. I see it because the metal is not used in very much at all. It's not a precious metal.
Keith and Mike, the times we are in right now with silver and gold can be compared to what year in the past?
Well, to be honest with you,
percentage-wise, 2012. The way it's dumped the past couple of weeks, we had, or late 2011.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna say this, guys. I've been doing this a long time, and I mean, I've seen ups, I've seen downs, I've seen this market go crazy, but I have never seen it the way it is today. This is a whole new ride, and a ride that I think if people are able to get on it, is going to come out ahead this time.
Well, I'm just referring to the past couple of weeks. A couple of weeks before that, we had a 10% rise. A couple of weeks before that, now, after that, which 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago was 10% rise. 2 weeks to now is a 10% dip, almost 10%. And that's kind of what happened in late 2011 when was that George Soros said he's going to sell 5,000 positions of gold, or I'm not sure if that's who it was. Well, it could have been somebody else. Said they were going to sell a bunch of gold after they had already sold it, and then gold dropped $200 something that day, and it was real crazy. And it was like April
Yeah, he
2011.
dumped a ton on the market, and that could happen again because
But he already sold it.
the thing you got to remember is that we've got a few billionaires in this game right now, and if they go to dump, yeah, we're going to feel it. I mean, there's no getting around it. But I don't think they're ready to dump. I think they want it to go up now.
It would
We
be
got. I will say this: we got one of the richest men in the world that is basically telling our government, which is smart, they go ahead and push as far as they want. He's willing to go to jail to keep his rights. So, there you go.
I don't think it was Warren Buffett. I could be mistaken, but Warren Buffett is anti-gold. His philosophy on gold is it doesn't make me money. So he doesn't like gold. It's like crypto to him. He doesn't like crypto. He doesn't like gold.
But he does buy in sometimes, Keith.
Yeah, he does buy in sometimes, but I'm almost positive it was Soros. Keith and Mike, guys, please have your questions with question marks at the beginning so I can find them easier. I won't be able to get to everybody's questions. Keith and Mike, is it really true that most big dealers made all their money this year during the big bank scare and have been in the black ever since? No.
No, it's not.
I didn't make a lot of money in the big bank scare.
No,
The big dealers, the big ones who hike the premiums up and stuff. That's possible.
I deal with a few of them, and I'm going to tell you right now, we made some money, but we didn't get filthy rich off it. The numbers has been moving too much to really be rich off it.
I think they're referring to bigger dealers like SD Bullion, JM Bullion, APMEX. Those guys are a lot bigger than us. It's possible because they've already had the silver and gold. They had enough of it to where when the premiums come up, they could have.
There's a lot of them. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of them this round, including myself, that felt the pinch when it took this drop because none of us were.
Oh yeah. Well, I ordered off of you, and I took a pinch of $1,000.
Yeah.
If I would have just waited till today to order instead of last week.
Everything back. The problem I have is this round here. The companies are making us buy 5,000 at a time, and if I sell off 1,000 or two, I was putting orders in. So I got a little pinched on this one.
Watt said he got his first sterling silver biker's ring when he was 10.
There you go.
Robert Pintoff is saying the same thing I did. Buffett doesn't like precious metals or crypto. Talking about Buffett, he did lose his right-hand man. I think it was a week or so ago. Charlie Munger died. He was been by his side since the late 60s or 70s. And they built Berkshire Hathaway up. I guess they were pretty good investors. That's all I can say. Drickett says the only real money is gold and silver. Paper is debt. Correct. It is used for all debts, public and private. Having said that, if you want to buy a bag of chips, a store does not have to take your money because it's for debts, not for purchase. Now, if you already ate the bag of chips, you owe the money, therefore it is a debt. Just saying. You got to read what your money says. It's not you got to give me what I want for this money. Any store, any business has the right to refuse your money unless you owe them the money. Then they do not have the right to refuse it. And you wanting to buy something is not you owe them. That's you wanting something. Is that not correct in saying a debt versus want? Mike?
I'm sorry.
He missed everything I said. Mike didn't make a lot. He can't even afford a picture for his green screen like Keith. Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
Look at that. How about we go to Mike's living room?
Next time you guys tune in, I got that same living room.
You got the same living room? We got this one. We got this one. Bulls and
I have a new computer here at home, and guys, I didn't run a hard wire to it. I found out tonight. That's why my camera wouldn't work.
I don't think I don't drink. Do you think booze is a good investment?
Heck no.
I don't know. It depends on how you invest into it.
Well, wait a minute now. I do got a bottle that I'm taking down to the fun show so Heritage can look at it. And they told me if it's the right bottle, it could be worth 300 to 400,000. So I guess it could be. I'm hoping that this is that bottle. I sent them a snapshot of it.
A lot of people drink for pleasure. Some people drink because they
Well,
have.
you wouldn't want to drink this. This bottle's over 100 years old.
Some people drink for pleasure. Some people drink because they want that 100-year-old plus bottle. I can drink it and you can't because I can afford to waste $100,000 or $10,000. I don't think booze is a good investment myself, but I mean, Robert Pinto seems to think different. He says booze is a great investment. Each person has their own. I don't
There
drink.
is
So I really couldn't answer
certain
the question.
bottles of wines and whiskeys out there that do have a value, and that's where some people do buy old bottles of wine as an investment.
Lead
They
is a
don't
good
drink it.
investment.
They don't open it. It's an investment.
Lead is a good investment. Question: thoughts on trading gold bullion for collectible pre-1933 golds? I'm gonna let you take that one, Mike.
Well, I mean, I like and I got a lot of pre in my collection. I think if you want to be an investor and you want to collect on top of it, it's a good investment. Yes, because right now you got pre 33 so close to the price of regular bullion gold, it's unreal. I'm talking 63 certified holders, not raw. So therefore, I'm telling people if you want to do it now, this is a great time because you will see them spread apart again.
All right, we got two different. Back to the booze. Two different thoughts. Booze will always leave you feeling hungover. JJ, don't invest. And the other side of the coin is if we hit the SHTF times, alcohol will be good for bartering. I don't know.
Well, if you get the guy buzzed enough, we can, maybe get.
Oh, and here's Mudswat telling you that Budweiser stock is on sale. So yeah, guys, if you're gonna buy a stock, it's got to be a good company.
Down.
It's got to be a
here's the
good
thing,
company.
I don't trust Budweiser stock.
A
Not
growth
after what they
company
did.
and or a dividend stock company is always good as well. But don't buy a company where you're unsure if it's losing money. You gotta make sure it's a solid investment. Talk to a financial broker or something. I do it all the time. I think my broker gets upset with me because sometimes I'll call him 2 or 3 times a week. Hey, I want to buy this or sell this. And then he starts talking to me and gives me his opinion on it. And then I'll change my mind and buy something else or not do nothing at all. But 2 or 3 times a week, hey, that guy gets hundreds of dollars a month off me on commission. So he needs to talk to me more. Well, he don't get it from me. He gets it from my account, but you know what I mean. Pre-33 lets you enjoy your gold while you're waiting for whatever. I like that thought. Waiting for whatever. I love pre-33 gold.
Well, I got a couple of key pieces of 33 gold in my collection. I got one of them worth over $20,000. So
alcohol pickles your insides. Does it really?
I guess. I don't know. I don't really drink much.
Jackalope says, invest in booze, don't ingest booze. How
There
did we
you
ever
go.
get on booze?
Well,
Someone put a comment in there. I don't know. So, hey, guys, thanks for all the support. We really appreciate it. And I didn't say hi to everybody, but hi, everybody. I am kind of out of it today. So I'm doing my best. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, nor am I responsible for anyone's investments, as Mud Swat. So yeah, I guess that's a bit. This chat thing keeps freezing on me. I'm trying to catch up. And there you go. Hi to you too. So when I used to drink Bud Light. I wouldn't drink nothing else. family members or friends say, "Here, I got a Falstaff, or I got a Bud, or I got a Bush." I'm
That
like,
was a way to
"Nope."
get me not to drink if they offered that.
Yeah, I got a 905 beer here. That was a local brewery in St. Louis when I was growing up, and they had convenience stores. But
Yeah, six
when
pack
I
was
did drink,
$1.09.
yeah, it was downtown. When I did drink, it was Bud Light or nothing. I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't afford beer, but when I did drink it, that's what I drunk. Everybody has their own quirks in life.
You know why that was? Because he'd come over to my house and find it in my fridge.
I love Mike. He is very smart. I'm not smart. I'm just a guy, so I had to take my name off there.
Yeah, I hear you.
But
I
thank
see.
you, Drickett. Thank you.
Thank you
We're
very
just
much.
giving our opinions and having fun doing it.
But what back to the
But
reason
you
why,
guys are going to
like I
get
said,
Mike
guys,
a
the
big
reason
head.
why he liked Bud Light is because he used to come over to my house. It'd be in my fridge because that's what I drank.
Yeah, I got hooked.
It was
But I
free.
never did.
You heard how he said he couldn't afford it, so he'd go somewhere else and get it.
It was only Bud Light. It was only Bud Light. If they had something else, I didn't drink.
Yeah, tequila he didn't drink.
What's that?
Tequila you didn't drink.
No, I drank some. I'm talking about beer. Beer
Oh, yeah.
was the only beer I drank. No, I drank like Bacardi and Jack Daniels, stuff like that. But I never
Years ago, that's
drank
what
any
I
other
used to
beer.
drink. I don't drink hardly anything today.
How often do proofs end up in circulation? I don't know. What do you think,
Lately,
bro?
I've been seeing it a lot.
I think someone broke into Grandma and Grandpa's collection, maybe 500 collections this year, because I've been seeing a few more this year than I have in the past. Normally, you might see 1 to 5, maybe 10 coins in a whole year, but I've been seeing more than that this year. And that could be because when the coins get into circulation, they'll go to the bank. Sometimes they'll go to the bank in rows, sometimes they won't. But if they go and the bank gets too many of them, they've been in rows, then the bank sends it to the Brinks or whoever, Loomis, the processor, and they bag them up. And they may sit in a box for a year or two. And I think in 2022, everything was so rough, and, because people were running out of all that free stimulus money. And I think a lot of people ended up losing collections in the year 2022. And that's how a lot of them are now starting to surface. That's why you're starting to get, if you do roll hunting, a lot of the silver's starting to come out because it's just been sitting in the warehouse somewhere. I don't know. Do you think we're seeing I guess you could say, the trickle down from 2022 in the box hunts and stuff, Mike, or in the circulation for coins?
Yeah, I do. We actually got a couple of proof coins. Somebody brought in some silver coins to us, and they found it in change at the bank.
It's when kids break into Grandpa's collection and buy candy and ice cream. Yeah, with that 1894 S dime. Oh yeah, somebody broke into somebody's collection. That dime's expensive. I'm hearing that from long haulers. Chai, what a shame. Yeah, it is a shame because the kids aren't taught that, hey, this is a collection. This is something for the future. The parent will collect it and not even help educate their kids slightly. So guys, if you are collecting gold, silver, coins, educate people that someone should have access to your collection. Educate them and let them know what's going on. So if something does happen to you, they don't go take it to the We Buy Gold store, or they don't go take it to the bank. And if it's a young enough child, they're less likely to.
That brings up what happened. I talked to it about a little bit on She Shop the other morning about what happened to some people. We're usually not open on Mondays, and some people decided that they needed some rent money a few weeks back, so they went to a jewelry store, not a coin jewelry store, just a jewelry store, because they was advertising they paid best. And their friend told them, yeah, they paid the best. And I think I told you about this. They sold 120 ounces for $1,600.
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
And it was a shame because that came out to $13.33. Yes, silver has went down today, but they brought me some on Monday, and I wind up paying them spot for it. And that's how I found out about it, because when I went to count the money out, they go, something must be wrong. You're way overpaying me. I said, what do you mean I'm way overpaying you? And they started telling me. I said, oh no. I looked at the market. I said, the market was 24 and some change an ounce. I said, they should have, I could see it maybe paying $1 back because they might have to sell it to somebody else. But that's ridiculous when you're buying $11 back a spot.
I'm not
So be educated.
I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but like he said, be educated. And when you're selling to somebody, how much is you ask them, how much is silver per ounce and what will you pay? That way, if they're paying over, if they're paying under, you can use your own judgment. As long as you know exactly the melt price for it, you can use your own judgment. Do I want to sell this to this guy for over or under spot price? If they're not willing to tell you how much silver goes on the market per ounce, I wouldn't sell to them, whether they're paying
Well,
over or under.
the
Because
thing
to
is,
me, they're not being transparent enough.
they made the worst mistake they could ever make. They walked in straight off the bat and said, I don't know what this worth. I was told you guys really pay good. And here's the thing, that was that guy's key to pull his number, and he showed his card.
Yeah,
It's a shame. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just saying what I'm telling you is be careful when you're out there.
and what I'm saying is you should ask somebody how much silver melt is, and then ask, or at the same time, ask them what they pay, how much melt is. That way, you can look it up
That's pretty
yourself.
cool.
They don't know if you actually know what melt is or not when you ask those questions, but they're going to tell you what melt is, and they're going to tell you what they'll pay that way. Because if they're not being transparent, I don't think it's, good business. I'm sorry.
Well, what I've been doing in my shop lately is, when we make an offer, we tell them you're not obligated to sell. And I also tell them if you take it somewhere else and you don't feel comfortable, or if you decide to sell some later on somewhere, give me a call. Ask me where it's at that day. I'll be glad to answer it for you. And you don't have to sell it to me. You take it in there and sell it to them. But at least
Now,
you know what you got when you walk in the door.
now Gen X is saying that's why I inventory my stack with estimated value and who to call when I'm not around. You should always know what you have in your stack. Don't be like me. I don't know what I got. You don't want to do that. I know what the store has. I just don't know what I have. You should always know what you have and know what it's worth. But you should at the same time allow a business to make a little money. So knowing what it's worth and knowing what it's going for are two totally different things. Don't let some guy tell you that spot's $23. It's only selling for 22. I'll give you 21. Don't fall for that. Always check more than one person. That's another important aspect you should do
Yeah,
when you're selling.
you should. You should. I mean, and if you've done dealing with the guy and he's always been straight up and honest and you feel comfortable, it still does not hurt to do your homework. That's okay to take it on in there and sell it to them, but make sure you've done your homework, even if you've done it a lot of times. I tell my customers that all the time. They always say, oh, I trust you, Mike. Well, let's double check together. I always do that right there with my customer.
So, what do you think of this statement by Frank Mounts? A true lack of character, taking advantage of folks like that. He's talking about those guys that sold to that jewelry store and then thought you were overpaying them when they came to you.
The thing is, this was a nice little old lady who didn't deserve it. She was just trying to get by and pay her bills, and that's what really pissed me off most. And I told her, I said, them folks are just giving guys like me a bad name. I'm sorry you had to go through it. And she straight out told me, because she still got a ton of this stuff. But right now her Social Security is not enough to pay her bills, so she's selling it off the way her husband and them set it up. But she told me, she says, Mark, I'll never go anywhere else. She said, I cannot believe I trusted my friend and went there.
Okay. This day and age, everyone should know that pawn shops are ripoffs and that legitimate businesses don't want to be paid in Apple gift cards. No, they don't. I don't want no Apple gift cards. Kane Friday, I disagree, rather, not agree. I disagree with your statement. Pawn shops are ripoffs. That's throwing all the pawn shops into one big category. Yes, a lot of pawn shops do underpay. However, there are a few of them that specialize in gold and silver, and they will pay you fair. Now, take for granted they are few and far between, but to say all pawn shops, I don't think that's a fair statement. That's like there's a lot of coin dealers out there that rip people off. So let's just say all coin dealers are ripoffs. It's not right. I think maybe you should have stated in this day and age there are a large number of pawn shops. Maybe. What do you think, Mike? Are all pawn shops ripoff or just some?
Well, I can name a couple that I would trust and send you guys to. So that's for no, I don't think all. There is a pawn shop slash gun shop slash coin shop, and that guy pays strong like I do.
Cape Girardeau. What's his name? God, I can't think of what? Dave, yeah. Cape Girardeau. He's got a pawn shop down there. Yeah, that's right, because he comes and buys and sells us all the time.
Yeah, he sells
Been in
guns,
business
he
a
sells
while.
coins, he sells.
Again, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus or anything, Kane. I just think that's a rounded.
There is, but they are few and far between. Them pawn guys are.
Oh yeah, they are few and far between, but there are some good ones out there.
But guys, you can get a hold of Keith or I if you're out somewhere and you're at a coin shop, you're thinking about selling and you ain't for sure. Pick up the phone, call one of us. We're glad to answer your questions for you. Make sure you're getting a good deal.
Frank Mon says, especially in my case, he forgot to say, especially in Keith's case, keep a detailed inventory list. Statistically, your wife will outlive you. Women live, I think it's 6 to 10 years longer than men or something like that. And then if your wife's a few years younger than you, she's going to outlive you.
My wife is 13 years younger than me. And guess what? I
You're
can
in better
tell you
health?
right now, anything in her safe, she could tell you exactly what's in there. And she knows when I move it. That's why I don't touch it. Is that true, Keith?
Yeah, that's true. Hey, did you touch my horse silver gold ounce?
Or that 95W set?
Yeah, rub it in, bro. Rub it in. Here, let's remove him from the chat. He's talking about that 95W that I used to own.
Well, I don't own it either.
But I did get a car out of it, so I'm not totally, disappointed with it. But still, I miss it already. That came out of my deep, deep stack. Okay, here we go. Kane Friday says, okay, I'll take it back. 90. I agree with you now. 97% of them are. That I would almost agree with. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
I would have probably shot it a little bit lower than that, but you're close enough.
Yeah, you're close enough to where we can say, hey, we agree with you. I don't even know how it's 7:49 already. Wow, 60 folks in here. Thank you guys so much for the support.
Yes, guys. Thank you for coming and listening to us.
Yeah, we're just random. We do this a lot. So we figure let's get back to talking and each other and maybe going live while we do it. And that's basically what we do. We'll sit here and talk about different stuff.
And guys, I hope that all of you guys got a lot of good plans for the end of this year, Christmas and New Year's, and you guys make it through it safe so you can hear us again next year, because this will probably be our last one, I think. Am I right, Keith, for this year?
I don't know. What date are we at?
We can squeeze one more.
I think we'll do one more before the year's out.
Hang on, I'm going to ask Chet. Would you guys like to see us come back on next week?
Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see us come back next week, or don't put nothing there if you don't. Or should we? Hey, how about we do a poll? Let's do a poll.
That's what I'm saying.
How do I do the poll?
Well, dog, here comes some ones. They're flying.
Engage with your audience. Okay. Start poll. Let's do this.
Wait a minute. We got a lot of ones on.
Do
John just gave a
we
lot of ones. I like you, John. Oh, wait. Silver Fox came
come
right in there.
back next week?
I think we
I
already
should say,
got our
should we?
answer. We don't even need that. We already got our
I'm
answer.
already doing it now. I'm OCD like that.
Okay, guys, I guess we will see you next week.
No, got to do the poll. It's already started.
The poll, I already see it right here.
It's already started. We got to do the poll. Got to do the poll because I'm so far behind in the other chat.
I'm watching it. I'm seeing the chat.
It's not 100%. No, I'm just kidding. So let's see. We did that.
Now you want
he
to
says,
say yes.
have you tried to get halves lately because everyone likes a gall? LOL. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that statement.
What's that? I didn't see it.
We normally on the chats like this, we normally don't have galls, JJ. It's just us here talking, having fun. Sometimes Ida or somebody will come up and give something away, but that's about it. I think the coins from. Okay. What do you guys think of the coins from the mint these days? Overpriced or not?
Oh, yes.
I think so.
I actually, I am not buying commems or anything else no more from myself. We pulled back.
Yeah, I've pulled way back with them, and I'll buy an occasional item for myself, but I'm just, as I've said many a times before, I'm not pimping the mint no more. Meaning, if you guys want something, go buy something from the mint yourself, because I don't need to make nothing off of them. They're already overpriced. So I have ordered stuff for people straight up to where I tell them, just give me what they're billing me.
12 seconds left. 9, 8.
What's 12 seconds left?
Your thing's counting down. 5, 4, 3.
How do you figure? What thing's counting down?
I was just watching it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, my screen started all over on the beginning of this on my other screen. I'm sorry. I'm starting all over with you guys.
You started the other, so you're like 52
yeah, I'm way behind,
my bro.
Here, I'll catch up real quick. There you go.
Mutslot says, "Can we get 50 more minutes?" I don't know. We'll stay on. I mean, if we keep, I'll tell you what. If we keep over 65 people in the chat, we'll keep going. How's that? But if we fall below 65 after an hour, because there's other people up auctioning and stuff like that, and we don't want to take all their time up. But we do love to talk. Okay. So, yeah, 50 more minutes is what he's asking for. Okay, where we at? I like this. People don't talk so much anymore, says Kane Friday. I don't know, man. I kind of talk too much. I think you're wrong there, Steve. When I see you over here in this chat, and this one, I'm just 750. Oh, wow, I'm way back. Oh, there's all them ones that I couldn't see a while ago. I'm going to try to catch up a little bit, guys, and see if I can't catch up and see what we're doing. Did I win? No. Did I win? Me? What you going to send me, kid of mine? Maybe the half that JJ was talking about. If I won. I don't know. No polls, they hurt. Yeah, we're already there. Just watching because I can't find the. Oh man, I can't find the remote control. He doesn't know how to switch us off. All righty then. Oh yeah, EMR and everybody else in the chat, Mrs. Coin Crew. If you're not subbed to Mrs. Coin Crew's channel, she is going to be on tomorrow. She's covering for Ida, 8 a.m. She's got a 2-hour talk show. I don't know, whatever she talks about. Sometimes they play a crap or fat game. So maybe go over there and check her out. If you're not already subbed to Mrs. Coin Crew, she's the fun half of Coin Crew. but she has her own channel. Being a new stacker, how long did it take to become experienced and knowledgeable in the practice?
Well, how long, Keith?
I'm still trying to get knowledgeable.
That is
I don't
me
know,
too.
man.
I'm still trying to figure this out.
I know it's you gain a little bit every time you make a buy, every time you make a sale, every time you stack, you gain a little bit of knowledge, but you'll never ever learn it all. It's impossible. I mean, you learn little tricks to help you out, but always be
Tell
honest.
people you learn something new every day.
Yeah, always try to learn something new every day. But if I had to say, how long did it take for me to become knowledgeable enough that I didn't lose my bottom? I'm still working on that too, because I'm still selling stuff for less than I paid. But no, 5-10 years maybe. I mean, to where you'll feel comfortable. Being comfortable stacking is different than being experienced and knowledgeable, because you can never gain all the experience, all the knowledge, but you can get comfortable after about 5-10 years, I think. That's my thoughts. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that, I guess.
Mrs. Coin Crew says, you can't read the poll until you vote. Oh, I didn't vote. I voted. Okay, we got 41 votes out of 62 people. So where are we at? 752. Haven't gone to pre-33 gold. What options are there as far as gold? Is there a 1/10 and a 1 ounce pre-33 gold piece? Yes and no, Silver Fox Finance. It's a little off on the variance there. A 1/10, you can get 0.1205, $2.50 gold, correct? Or 1209. So it's a little bit over.
12094.
1209. I just go with the first 4 digits. Now that coin, having said that, if it was a gold modern eagle,
it'd be a little bit more than a 10th.
Which is a 10th that you can get wholesale 225, 235, somewhere in there. I don't know exactly what it is at this moment. However, looking at a $2.50 gold, which is 0.1209, slightly heavier than a 10th, you're looking 450 to 550 depending on quality. So there's a big difference when you talk old gold on the fractional, but those have been coming down. You may be as low as 400 now, right, Mike?
Yeah,
but still over the new gold.
Yeah, they're still over new gold. I'm talking about your $20 gold pieces, the ones that are getting really.
Those are the ones that are really reasonable.
Really, really close to new gold.
Yeah, you can buy a $20 Eagle raw, usually for at or about spot price, not melt price. Maybe $50 over, which is much more reasonable. So right. Yeah. So that's about, and a $20 gold, which is a double eagle or St. Gaudens, they are 0.96750.
Correct. You're right. 9675.
9675. And those are your, hi Matt, those are your choices as far as a 1/10, the closest you can get, and the closest you can get.
Your 10 still got a little spread, and them are 0.48375. Your $5 are 0.24185. I mess with this stuff every day.
The only number you have to remember when factoring old gold is 0.9675 for the large one. And then divide it down. Divide it down. If you go to $10 Eagle, it's divided by 2. The $5 Eagle, it's divided by 4, and the 2.5 is divided by 8. So the only number you should really concentrate on is, and you know who taught me that?
Wait a minute. You forgot about the little guy, the small $1 gold.
Well, no, we're talking for the basics. That's a whole different formula. But you know who taught me that from the 2.5 to the 20? Because the small $1 gold doesn't have anything to do with the melt price. It's always more. Way more.
Neither one of them. Yeah, there's 2 different sizes on the $1 gold.
So
type 1, type 2, type 3.
Mike, have I ever told you who taught me that? Who told me there's only one number you need to remember when trying to figure out old gold?
Who told you that?
What?
Who told you that?
Leon Hendrickson from Silvertown
Leon
told me
Hendrick.
that about 20 years ago. 20
It
years.
is
I'd already
true.
been in the
It
business
is
for over
true if you're only
25.
working down. If you're only working down to the 2.5.
It'll
But
work you down
I
down to the 2.5.
I trained my brain all the way down to the bottom one.
So actually, no, it was about I want to say right around 2006 or 7. He told me that because I was always trying to look everything up, because I couldn't remember all the
Holy
numbers.
cow! And them
And he
years, you
told
should
me,
already had it down back.
I know, but he told me the only number you need to remember is the big one and just divide it.
Just keep dividing it down until you get to 2.5.
Mhm.
But then you got to remember the other two numbers to the ones if you want to buy them.
Frostbite says, I'm not just subbed, I'm a member. Heart. Thank you, Frosty. So, yeah, I'm getting down there. Wow, it's 8:01 and I'm at 7:55. I'm going to try to catch up. If anybody's got anything else, if I didn't get to all your questions or Mike didn't get to all of them, we are truly sorry. We do the best we can. So it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert at something. That's all I got to say about that.
I never count the hours. I count the days.
Should silver collectors be selling as well at this downtime?
Honestly, no. If you don't have to sell, don't sell. But if you got to sell, I am buying.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat. That's why I'm a little quiet. If you want to talk about something, go ahead, bro.
I need to drink water.
1999 experimental planchette quarter. Should I grade it and sell it? Or that Bill Driscoll, if you have a 1999 experimental quarter, I recommend grading that and selling it. I don't think it's something that's going to be extremely, go up extremely much from where it's at now. However, I could be wrong, but one thing you definitely want to do is get it graded. That is definitely gradable coin. Hopefully it wasn't cleaned, so would be a plus for you. But yeah, get it graded so you can at least, get the grader's opinion. And the main reason for getting it graded is for authenticity. And so you want to send it to PCDS or NGC. Annex will authenticate it. However, they
what about CAC?
Well, yeah, that's right. CAC now. Yeah, CAC's going to end up blowing them all away. So I forgot about their new.
That's where
I don't know
if
they accepted new people yet.
Well, not yet, but I mean,
well,
I just said what about CAC?
You can't go to CAC yet, but you can eventually. So right now, just PCGS or NGC.
That's where I'm sending my stuff to CAC.
I'm all on new material. Good night, all. Be safe. Tell someone you love them. That's right. Tell someone you love them, guys. You have a good night, Frank.
Love y'all. There you go. I covered everybody.
Okay. I'm not bashing gold and silver. I love both. It's good to have some gold and silver, but I'm not like a crazy stacker. Guys, Gold Maple has a point here about being a crazy stacker. Don't be so crazy that you spend all your money on it. Definitely don't do that. It's not a wise thing to do. What do you think, bro? Should someone spend all their money on gold and silver?
I don't know. I spent all my money on it,
but we're crazy though. We're like he says, he's not a crazy. We're crazy stackers. So, but yeah, don't be a crazy stacker. Don't keep some money to pay your bills. Would it be smart to sell silver and buy gold with the profits since gold dish investment? I think this is the year for silver. I wouldn't sell silver at these levels to buy gold.
And me, myself, I'm saying it again. I've been saying it for the last couple of years. We're not analysts, we're not investment gurus or however you say that word. Any which way, what I am going to tell you is I tell my customers, if you have gold, find out how much silver you got. I tell them to put 25% in gold, 75% in silver. In the end, and this is a stated fact for this one, silver is going to outdo gold in the end. So, yes, it takes up a little more room because silver's used in everything, just about it.
I would not sell silver to buy gold right now because the
No,
gold to silver ratio is 87-1. That means I have to give up more silver than I would have last week. I would wait for that ratio to get a little closer. Hello, everyone. I have something to ask of you two brothers. If I have to sell, which brother should I sell to? That one. Let's see what he says.
I'm gonna go there. Let me go this way. That one.
So, whichever one you want. We both recommend the other brother. Hey, those are good recommendations too. Definitely good recommendations.
But
I think I got a great recommendation. What about you, Mike?
Wherever you decide to sell, we would definitely pay you fair. But once again, like we said earlier, get a second opinion.
Please define experimental quarter. The experimental quarters, if I remember right, they were made out of a special metal, were they not?
Yes.
It's not made out of the same metal of the normal quarters. So I think I may have made a video on that. If I didn't, you can check PCGS or NGC and look for those. And there are other avenues. Just type in Google 1999 experimental quarters. You could be able to go to different places. I can't even think of it. Wexler, would that be it? Wexler, I think. My mind's not with it right now. Okay, if I see silver, which brother do I sell to? I'm gonna have to say that one again.
And you know what I'm gonna say. Let me get it right. There you go.
The other finger, the other way. There you go.
I'm not used to this camera yet on this side.
Annex is good for errors and varieties. Definitely good for errors and varieties. If you want to save money on your 99 experimental bill, yeah, I would say go with Annex. A lot of people send to Annex. I've sent Overtons to Annex. They're not a bad company.
I'm gonna tell you, for the if you're wanting the top dollar, you got to go to one of the bigger guys. If he's wanting top dollar for it, that's what he'd have to do. Because all they're going to do is they're going to want to grade it over to PCGS or NGC.
Does Big Mac like asterisks? That's them little star things on your keyboard. We was making fun of them the other day because we had donated.
I don't have a keyboard with this thing.
We had donated on the wheel, and we put asterisks in front of their name. And instead of saying asterisk, we was just saying it real quick and going asterisks. And it sounds like when you separate it into two syllables.
Right.
It doesn't sound right. It's funny. It's all in fun, guys. All in fun. The ratio is way too high, 65 to 70. Actually, if you're talking about silver gold, I'm just looking right this very second, 87.05 to 1.
No, we're almost back up to 90 to 1.
Yeah, if you're referring to that. But yeah, he's probably saying wait until it gets down to that 65 to 70 before you trade. I think that's what he's doing. I'm
telling my guys, it used to always trade 35 to 40 to 1. I'm telling my guys, I would be very comfortable around 50, 55 to 1.
Oh, I would be comfortable trading at that. I would go with Keith and SGO to brother Mike. That's right. Go with me. Ask Mike, or go with Mike and then ask me. Either way, you're good to go.
That's fine.
Oh, I got to skip all the way down now. I'm so far behind. 809. I'm not that far behind. Look at that, Jackalope. I'm beginning to regret my asterisk suggestion. Yeah, he is the reason why we got the asterisks going on.
Okay.
He suggested it. Hey, it's a good suggestion, though. It does work. So we don't have to keep asking the chat, hey, was there did this person donate? And Angel likes the fish stick sound. Alrighty. So guys, in all seriousness, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. The poll, let's end it We had 52 votes out of, well, we're down to 56 people. Should we come back next week? 86% of you said yes, and 13% of you said no. We don't want to hear from you guys again. Wow.
Well, you know what?
My feelings are hurt.
I got a feeling that I think them 13 are going to want to come back because they don't want to be left out.
It's not 13 people. It's probably like 6
13%.
13%.
I said the
Probably
13%.
like 6 people. My feelings are hurt. So if I get a thumbs down on this,
Hey,
I'll know it was one of 6 people. I just won't know which one.
I'm going to tell you.
No, seriously.
Next week I'll have my other computer working right, and
You-
we'll have
You
the
have a
same
green
living
screen that you
room
can
up.
change like I did?
Yeah, we'll have the same living room up.
Okay. Where do you get your up to the second spot prices, stock prices? Kitco.com. It's got a few second delay, but it refreshes every 10 seconds. Still, I think it's 10 or 15 seconds behind. But guys, thank you for all the super chats. I really appreciate it. The support, watching the videos. I will get to making videos eventually. I'm just trying to get other things going right now. Steve LaPointe, $5 super chat. Thank you, Keith and Mike. Guys, thank you so much again.
Thank you, guys.
We really, really appreciate everything. So how do I do this? Oh, there we go. So maybe we'll see you next week.
No,
Tuesday
there
night,
ain't no
same
maybe.
time. Sound good, guys?
I will be here if he ain't even here. How's that, guys?
Yeah, he's going to be here talking to himself.
That's right.
No, I'll be here. So everybody have a great night. And if we do not see you next week, Merry Christmas, because we will not have a Sunday fun day after the 17th. That's our last one on Sunday. No Christmas Eve, no New Year's Eve auctions there. We may have something on a Tuesday. But check out Mrs. Coin Crew in the morning, please. You won't be sorry.
I'll be there.
Bro, you got anything to add to finish up?
No, guys. Thank you for attending. Appreciate all the questions, and hopefully we answered them all. Hope to see y'all in the chat next week. Merry Christmas if I don't. Happy New Year's. Thank you much.
Same place, same time next Tuesday.
Same Keith channel.
Thank you. Have a great day.